Dropped the ball. Resident ball dropper here. What is going on? You're on the lifeboat. It's time for the art stream. Give me just a minute. I thought I was ready. I mean, I'm pretty darn ready. I had to go put my my painting shirt on, of course. What is going on? Matrix Rabbit, good to see you. Kevin Hawthorne, hope you're doing a little better, Matrix. Good to see you, Kevin. Kristen Melinda, hello, hello, welcome in. We are going to either work on the grass or the water today. I'm not sure. I'm intimidated by the wind, making the wind. And the water has to do with that as well. So maybe we'll just start with the grass. And I'm kind of torn on this subject too, because my original idea was to put like little flowers and pretty stuff, but the rest of it doesn't look that. I mean, the sky's pretty, but it's like kind of like a gloomy scene with pretty colors. So maybe we continue with that, but I don't make pretty flowers. I make something else with pretty colors, maybe. I don't know. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's do this. I think we're going to do the water. I'm going to try and make some ripples. We're going to do that by using like a really, really dark blue. Or just like this color, but much darker. Or maybe we can just use ultramarine. I don't know. Let's put some ultramarine 0504 down and see what it looks like. It's way too blue for sure. I'm going to put a little bit of black on top of that, just a bit, and then I'm going to put some gray in there as well. That was quite a bit of black, so I'm going to wait on the gray until we mix it up. And I think I want like a really small brush for this. Ow. How is everyone today? How you guys doing? We're going late because my dad ran a little late. By the way, that was way too much black. It's okay though. Come back with some more blue. I'm doing mighty fine. I am doing mighty fine. Just finished eating some pizza. Yeah. This also might be too dark. We're going to add more blue, or maybe I'll add white. Did I lose/move my white? It's right here. I wonder who that was. Oh, no worries, TC. It's all good. I might need to slow down for this color mixing. I keep putting more than I intend, and I think that's a big problem, you know? But this is looking a lot better. This might be exactly what I want. Just dark enough to like show up, right? So it's different than what what we have down, but it's also a very similar color. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to ripple one direction. And I think I want the wind blowing this way. So like, I'm going to pull up actually, I want a visual here. Ripply water. All of these are centered on a drop of water. I want directional. That's more like it. Huh. Very interesting. This is going to be a two-parter because we're going to use light and dark. We're going to start with dark. That might be a rule. I don't know if that's a rule or not, but we're going to start with dark this time. Okay. I think we'll start with the striations. Hope Johnny Scoville's feeling better. I guess he started feeling bad this morning. I hope he feels better. I'm sure he will, but with the quickness. So this part's going to take forever. I'm probably going to be doing this the whole episode. Let's try and get some better light on here. The luggage was insufficient. The luggage was insufficient. That thing really needs to lock. I don't know why it doesn't. That's so strange. Okay. Dale Cox, good to see you, brother. I was just eating some crushed super hots on my pizza, bro. I was thinking of you. Well, I don't know what I was doing before, but it was easier. See me getting impatient and just moving faster because whatever. This part is gonna fade into fade into light down here and over here, and in the center it'll be darker, I think. Three colors. So this color, the color of the water itself, and then we'll put a lighter color on top. I need to think about it like that. Because there's the shadows, there's the light reflection, and then there's the water. I mean, there's the shadows and the light reflecting off the water. But it comes out to like if I'm looking at a photograph of water rippling, and it ends up being three colors with they're all a little different shades, right? But it's basically three colors. Super complicated. It needs to be uniform yet like amorphous. It's strange. Water is strange. And this here, this angle screws it up. I need it to be shallower. Maybe this will make it better. Because this kind of makes it look like it's coming this way. All right, before I finish doing what I want to do with this, it's going to help me to have a little bit of a visual. So I'm going to wash this brush off. We're going to take the lighter color that I want. I'm going to make it, but then we're going to come back and do part of it with that and see what it looks like. Because I'm having a hard time visualizing, like I see it, but I don't see what mine's going to look like because mine's going to be different. It's going to be a little strange. That's correct. That's correct. Okay. So the lighter color kind of needs to be like a really, really light gray blue. So I'm going to take the cerulean blue, the gray, and the white. Tiny little bit of the cerulean, which is a little bit too blue, but I think it'll wash out with the colors. A little bit of gray. Okay. And a little bit of this white. Oh, a lot of the white. That was the cerulean blue 0564, just in case you were wondering. Still might be too blue. It's a very pretty blue. Maybe it's not too blue. I feel like it does need to be a tiny bit wider. The prettiest blue of all time. I love it. All right, let's see if I can make this do what I want it to, guys. Cross your fingers. So like all of this. I don't think that looks good at all. I think it looks terrible. This might have just been a difficult thing to portray. But I tell you what, I want to paint really cool stuff, so probably need to figure out shading. Probably not going to figure it out overnight. And it probably takes more patience than I've exhibited on this particular project. That does not look like ripples at all. Doesn't look like ripples at all. Hmm. Hmm. I have a different idea that I like better. We're gonna pull the plug on that, and we're gonna repaint the whole thing a solid color. But it's not gonna just be. It's not gonna be a lake at all. Actually, it's gonna be an eyeball. It's gonna be a giant eyeball that's supposed to be a lake, but it's not a lake. For some reason, there's an eyeball there, a giant one. That's what I've decided. Okay, how do we do that? I guess we. How's it gonna look? It's gonna look like. Hmm. Another visual coming right up. I wonder which one we should do. Where's the regular one? Let's do the regular one. Oh, it's so small. Whatever, who cares? Well, that makes it pretty easy. Okay, let's do. I'm having a hard time making decisions today, guys. Barbara Aldrich, good to see you. Flick Fox, hello, hello. How you guys doing? I guess we're going to use Rose and Carmine. I wonder which one's darker. I can't tell. My brain is not telling me which one of these is darker. Ooh. Although in the camera, it certainly looks like Carmine. All right, then. That's that. So, probably want to use Rose first. This is ambitious, but I think way less ambitious than the ripples. That did not go well. Where's my tack? Where's the tack when you need one? Okay. Put some of this down. What is this? Rose 0366. All righty. Let's take this one. I'm not gonna mix this with anything. This is what we're gonna use. Although I probably should have let it dry a little first. It's okay, we'll get a cool color out of it. I'm hoping this doesn't look too crazy and it kind of like looks cool, but it also might not look cool. It might just look crazy. Or maybe it's a reflection of an eyeball. I don't know. Use your imagination, right? But it's going to look like an eye. Do you guys know? I don't know who says this, but they say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Or maybe they say that about the left eye. I can't remember. And you know, whoever they are, they say some really cool stuff sometimes. I just wish I knew who they were sometimes, you know? They aren't always so forthcoming with their identity, you know? Much different. I'm not mad at it. I'm going to take this one out of the box, though. I've been dying to do something less regular, so we're just going to make this one less regular. I'm going to put an eyeball in the water. The water is an eyeball. Wow, that looks crazy. I don't think my light is very good today. Maybe my eyes are just really tired. I guess it didn't have to be round. It just could have looked like an eyeball and not been round, but now it's round. And we're going to put a different shade of red in there, even though that is a bunch of different shades of red because of what's under it. Maybe we should put some more rows down on top of it to make it really, really red. Here it is. Because I want the striations, I want that color that you can see coming through, I want that to be intentional. I don't want it to be random like it is now. It's just like brushstroke see-through now, right? I want it to be see-through where I want it to be see-through instead of all over the place in random places. I don't think I'm going to be able to control this 100%. I mean, maybe one day, not today. So I'm going to embrace some of this, but I'm going to try and paint over some of it as well. Should not be wearing these pants. I really like them. I don't want to get paint on them. I think that'll be okay for now. I don't want to do too much. How's everyone's weekend treating them? Made some Reaper hot sauce to go on my greens and peas. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to rest on that. There's still some dark spots, but we'll come back if we really want to. If we really, really want to. Okay. I'm going to put some black down. Or maybe we'll use this this really dark blue for that. I'm going to darken it up a little bit more. That blue that we were using, I'm going to put a tad more black in it. That was a lot. Well, it's going to be a blue-black regardless, so that's fine. And we use this one. Okay. So this was so. Yeah, you know? All right. Not half bad. Not half bad. Um, so now I'm gonna put, is that wet or is that dry? That's dry. I'm gonna put put a little bit of white in there. A tiny bit lighter than that. Just like enough so it looks, or maybe I'll just paint it on less. I wonder. So I want like just a less dark version of that same color, I guess. A lighter version. Lol. Super duper big LOL. I don't think the other one's gonna fit because the eye is so big. Okay. What did I use for the red? This one? No. This one? Yes. I think my neighbor's smoking weed. I can smell it. Unless there's a skunk out there. It's possible. Oh no! Oh no! I got red on the pupil. Barely tell. Unless there's a skunk out there, but I friggin' doubt it. And it's cool, whatever do you think? I wish that my house was smell proof. You know, I wish I didn't have to smell what my neighbors were doing. That would be sweet, you know? All right. Oh, I almost went into, oh, that's the right one. Okay. Now I'm going to redo that line. Oh, shoot. Wow. Wow, dog. Son of a biscuit. I'm going to have to do it twice. It's fine. I'm going to leave it. I'm leaving it just like that. The other two dots would be here and here. This is actually like the eyeball would be like, oh, you can't see where I'm pointing because it's too low. This symbol here would be also here on the eyeball, over there, and then like down here, somewhere like right here. Because the circle goes all the way around the pupil, and there's one at the top, and then at the in the thirds. So only real fans know. Only fans of Naruto know what that is. But I like it better than the ripples, that's for darn sure. And I think I'm going to leave that red just how it is. I don't think I'm going to shade it differently or anything like that. Okay. Shannon Trim, what's going on? Good to see you. Christian B, hello, hello. Maybe it's a skunk smoking weed, says Christian. Maybe it's possible. Pepe Le Pew. Hey, Johnny, what's going on? Angel, hello, hello. Drawing a Frenchie dog right now. Oh, hell yeah, that's way cool. Do I have a fat feather brush? Get some darker red in the light red. Oh, I see what you're saying. Interesting. I'm going to have to get one. I wonder what now. I feel like the lightning should have been purple, but I like the yellow. I'm like at the point where the stuff I want to do, I don't know if I'm good enough to do. I feel like it'll ruin it, and I really like where it's at. I really like where it's at. Where's this owl going? Asks Flick. It was gonna go right here, or right there on that crook, but I'm not sold on the owl anymore. I'm not sure. Maybe a different creature. It definitely it needs something. The tree needs something, and then this space here needs something as well. Tree on fire. I don't think I can do that. We could try. I would rather make it burnt and broken. Like I could cleave it right down the center. Maybe a swing. I do like that idea, Christian. That is a nice idea. Ha, okay. I'm gonna take this yellow ochre 0227 and mix it with gray. I think I put too much of that, but hey, whatever. Pretty much a 50-50 mix. I don't know where we're going to go from there, but we'll see what it turns into. We're going to use this tiny little guy this time. I don't think I've ever used this brush. Looks like a rope color on. This is like too bright now. It's killing me. It's also getting darker outside. We usually don't paint this late. I can't see the painting where I need to paint with the light on. Is this going to be terrible? Oh, it's so bad. We're going to have to do it like that for just a second. Otherwise, I won't be able to see the tree. I can deal with that much. And maybe I'll just pull this side forward. That'll do. Now that looks good. If I could do everything as exact as that, that would be really cool. Looks like it's actually wrapping around the branch. That's mad cool. That's what I want. I wanted to make that wider because I wanted to put Naruto on it, but we'll make it work. That's the knot. That dot I put on the bottom, that's the knot. The other one's going to be hidden by the seat. Okay, now I'm going to put some raw sienna, some cooked sienna right down on top of that rope color. Just to darken the rope color. And this is how we're going to make our little wooden plank seat. Like my grandma used to make. Good old-fashioned pancake. Wow, that was not enough. There's just way too much paint here now. Okay, well, you know what we do with that? We mix in some of this, I guess, and darken it. That was some of that dark blue we were using earlier, and that is almost different enough. I mean, it was different enough, but not different enough for my taste. Okay, I like that. That's going to be our plank seat. tap on the floor. I hope I don't forget. Wow, that's not too shabby. Thank you for that suggestion, Christian. I appreciate that. Caitlin, hello, hello. Good to see you. Hope your Saturday's going well. Mine's going fantastic. I love today so friggin' much, actually. Sometimes you just feel amazing. Sometimes you don't, but sometimes you do. Maybe I shouldn't put Naruto on it. Maybe I should just leave it like a ghost swing, right? Otherwise, it's quite spooky. So no need to humanize it by putting a person in there, right? Not a bad swing, huh? I'm pretty stoked on it. Medium cooked sienna, that's right. I wonder what rare sienna would be, or like blue sienna. Yeah, I want it blue. I want it mooing, please. Wow, I'm like such a big fan of this painting now. Holy crap. I want to say it's done, but this space here demands something, I feel like, even if it's just like a little detail. I wonder what a good Naruto flower would be. I don't remember seeing flowers in. Ha! Answered my own question. Did you guys know that in Japanese, sakura means cherry blossom? I'm gonna. I know a cherry blossom has no place on this painting. In fact, it should probably be floating in the water, but I'm gonna just put it right here to fill in that space that's empty. So that means we need some very lovely pink. Mooing sienna, yeah. Hell yeah. Christian B worked 68 hours this week, exhausted, but it keeps me out of trouble. I tell you what, man, we definitely don't want to get in trouble, but you know, I feel like that's a blessing. Some people aren't working at all these days. Um, some people are not so blessed. You know, that's pretty cool, dude. I'm stoked about it. All right, what was I saying? A Sakura? Sakura? I can't really say that pronunciation properly, but Sakura is the word Sakura. Yeah, I would also like cherry blossoms as a part of a tattoo. Flick, that's a small world, huh? What a beautiful thing, right? I want to go snowboarding in Japan and go snowboard under cherry blossom groves. That would be so cool. I wonder if this flower is too ambitious. Maybe not. No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all because it doesn't have to be extreme detail because of how small it's going to be. So, that being said, we're going to bust out some fluorescent peach red. Wait, are we? Yeah, and some white. keep losing the white. It's right in front of me. I did about a 70-30 ratio there, white being the 30. I guess we want something real small for this. Wow. I should have started with white. I'm going to put some white down and then put this inside of it. Frivolous with the white. Somehow I feel like I'm getting gray in here. I mean, that's not a bad color though. It's kind of like a pale lavender purple. Probably look crazy hunched over like this. They five petaled, yes. Yes, I'm using my knee as an adjustable armrest. Should have done the dark first. I'm gonna have to remember that moving forward. I think that is a rule of thumb. And if it's not, it's going to be our rule of thumb. Not the not the most well depicted flower, but it is a flower, undeniably so. When it's all by itself, it looks so out of place. And it's looking right at us instead of laying down flat. Oh my. Oh my. That's okay. We're learning. Looking right at us. That's not how flowers sit. We're going to put a bunch of them. That's what we're going to do. It can't be alone. I'm using that really, really dark blue for the center. And then we're going to put one off by itself a little, so it doesn't look as, it already isn't very uniform, but it's like, it kind of looks like it can't decide if it wants to be uniform or not. Let's make it let's make it decisive. Let's make it decisively non-uniform. That is a big dollop of that color. We're going to go in for surgery. It almost went right in my face. Okay, whatever. It's just going to be a really big 3D socket of bloom, which I'm okay with. 3D. Gotta pay extra for that usually. Cool. Cool. I still feel like the tree looks unfinished. And I think it's just because the top looks like a sack tied together. The top looks like some potatoes are trying to shoot out of it, but they're trapped and it's made of rubber or something. I have totally seen Boondock Saints. Johnny, rule of thumb was a man can only with a stick as long as. Interesting. I don't remember that from that film. Is that a quote from that film? It's hard to understand a lot of the things that they say, I'm not going to lie. Lol, my child has decided he wants all meals to be called breakfast. That's because breakfast is the best, Kristen, don't you know? Definitely some more texture on the tree. I think you're right. I tried to do that before and it went okay, but it ended up like it is now. All right. Raw umber 0409. Put down a lot of paint. What was my idea? Oh, that's right. Mix that with this. Is this gray over here wet? No. Put some black in there. Some black in there. You know what I'm saying? Do I have a thinner, stiffer brush? I may. I don't think so, though. What for? What were you thinking, Caitlin? I do need to re-up on some supplies. I will be getting some new brushes next at the end of next week. Maybe next weekend. Depends on what we've got time for. When I say we, the proverbial we, me. I do that a lot. I don't know why. Okay. It's definitely getting hard to see in here, yo. Sun's going down. Sun's getting real low. They make details easier, you know, that makes sense. Yeah, not at the moment. I will be getting one. Thank you for that recommendation. That's the stuff I need right there. There's still like loose black in this brown. Blend together. That's what I get for putting down too much brown. Okay. It's like the same brown. I want it way dark. I want it super duper dark. Man, that baby blue we made is so beautiful. I wish I had used it on something. Maybe I'll use it to make more flowers. I still don't think it's dark enough. Literally just going to put some of this brown on this black instead of the other way around because I feel like I'm just wasting paint. Paint doesn't grow on trees, but you can definitely put paint on trees, you know? Take some more of this, put it in here, take some more of this, put it in here. Some more. There we go. That's a definite brown that is black, you know, or a definite really dark brown. That's what we want. I'm going to make the top of this tree burnt and broken. Wow, my detail work demands a stiffer brush. If I had to give my style a name, I would call it scratchy. It all looks a little scratchy, doesn't it? Like someone like scratched it on. But also the tree kind of looks like a fourth grader drew it. So that's okay. Fourth graders are the best, you know? Yes, I do have a bottle of the first tincture. I do, I do, I do. I don't think we're gonna do the owl anymore. I wanted to put a character from the show that I watched sitting down on the swing holding his head in his hands, but it's too small to get that kind of detail. So like the best I would do is I would be able to put his blonde hair and like maybe a piece of his ninja headband. But instead of that, we're just going to leave the swing like that. And the tree may or may not be done. As far as the shading and stuff, I'm going to let that sit and look at it for a while. Right now, I'm not loving it, but it might just be a done deal. This might be our last session on this one. I'm going to sleep on it at the very least. Um, I still feel like it's missing something, but I'm gonna step back and like look at it. I'm gonna look at it for the rest of the day, you know? Like I'm not gonna sit here and stare at it for the rest of the day. But I just mean, I'm gonna take my time to look at it for a while and tomorrow we'll either decide to move on or that this needs more work. And in fact, maybe this is a great opportunity because I can do a poll, I'm pretty sure. Where's my chat? No, that's a goal. That's not a poll. That's a goal. We don't want that. How do I start a poll? Engage with your audience. Here we go. Start a poll. Other than I've never done this before. Oh, flopping back and forth. A little flip-flop action. A little flip-flop action. Not done, they say. Okay. No rush. No hurry on deciding, guys. No big deal. I am going to sleep on it regardless, but I kind of agree that it still feels unfinished. It feels like it's missing something. All right, that's that. I know, right, Jeremy? I'm learning stuff, dude. I knew I could do that, but I never like in the moment am thinking, oh, now I'm going to do a poll, right? So I'm glad I thought of that. You could do all kinds of stuff. Thanks for saying that, Dale. Yeah, it is coming together, huh? Pretty stoked on it. Have a great night, Caitlin. Thanks for hanging out. All right, I'm going to end this poll. I think that it's not done. It's pretty majority overwhelming. 75% of you say it's not done. It's not done. It's not done. It's not done. Well, it's done for today. I'll tell you that much. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Much love. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to my dad. Hi, Dad. Yeah, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in the morning. All right. If we paint tomorrow, it's not scheduled, right? We do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 2 p.m. Pardon me, 4 p.m. Eastern. Today we did it late. It's my fault. So I will see you guys in the morning. This is Captain Calhoun. Much love, guys. We'll see you later.